Hi, I'm Trevor Junt, reporting from Martin Stadium and GESA Field. What a bounce-back game this was for the Cougs after the loss against Utah State last week. They beat Portland State today, 44-24. Both the offense and the defense clicked right away. Jaden DeLaura went 21 for 29 with a total of 303 passing yards and 4 total touchdowns. Max Borghi had more touches this week, 15 touches and 84 total yards. Trevor Harris also showed out today. He had 108 return yards and 2 impressive grabs in the end zone to give this Cougs 2 touchdowns. The defense also played very well today. They sacked the quarterback often and contained the running backs along with the corners, shutting down the wide receivers.
In the second drive of the game by the Cougs, DeLaura was able to make some exciting plays. First scrambling for a 21-yard gain and then throwing up a high ball to Calvin Jackson Jr., who jumped out of the stadium to grab a 22-yard receiving touchdown. Nothing much more happened in the first quarter after that. A notable piece would be the fact that DeLaura threw a pick into the end zone. I didn't think much of it though. Watching the play, it looked like DeLaura thought the wide receiver was going to run an out, when in fact he ran an in. I put this mistake on the Rolovich run-and-shoot offense. Although both the wide receiver and the quarterback should know what's happening, it's the choice of the receiver to make the in-the-moment decision on what type of route he's running. DeLaura must have just seen a different thing than the wide receiver did. The second quarter is when most of the scoring happened. The quarterback of Portland State, Davis Alexander, ran the ball often and well. They were running lots of options and quarterback draws. He actually led his team in rushing today with 13 carries and 62 yards. He ran the ball into the end zone on a 3-yard rush with about 10 minutes to go into the second quarter, tying it up at 7-7. After that touchdown, many WSU fans were thinking, oh no, here we go again. Momentum swaying on Portland State's side. But the Cougs immediately came out with some juice. Trevor Harris, who had a tremendous game, brought it out of the end zone and took it 61 yards. Then the Cougs started with an up-tempo offense, which swayed the momentum right back onto their side. WSU then scored on 3 straight drives with 2 rushing touchdowns by both DeLaura and Deion McIntosh. Then a nicely placed pass and a good grab by Trevor Harris to make it 27-10. An interception with 30 seconds to go in the half by Justice Rogers helped it make it a 30-10 game at halftime. Speaking on the defense, they had an impressive game as well, even fighting off injuries specifically to their cornerbacks. 2 sacks, 5 tackles for a loss, and 7 pass deflections. The third quarter was eventless until about 2 minutes left. There was a speed option to the left side where DeLaura pitched it to Borghi and he walked into the end zone. The Cougs then felt comfortable enough within the fourth quarter with a lead of 37-10 that they put in some backups to get some reps, specifically quarterback Victor Gabalis and running back Nakia Watson. Bo Kelly, a Portland State wide receiver, had himself quite the day, with 10 receptions, 152 yards, and a touchdown. Portland State scored on the very next drive with a 39-yard touchdown completion to Kelly, which put them down 20 to the Cougs at 37-17. Then, oddly enough, this made WSU uncomfortable again, and they put their starters back into the game. After the starters drove it down the field, they were in the red zone. They were stuck on the 13-yard line with a 4th and 7. If they kicked the field goal, they'd make it 40-17, making it a 4-score ball game at 23 points. But instead, they decided to go for it on 4th down, with a chance to make it a 27-point deficit, still a 4-score ball game. The confusing decision worked out as Trevor Harris caught the ball in the end zone and scored. That was the end of the game despite a garbage time touchdown by Portland State with 20 seconds left.
This was a very tough and physical game, with hard hits coming from both sides. I was impressed not only with the offense today, but with the defense as well. The cornerbacks were able to come out with a lot of deflections of passes, and the linebackers and the defensive linemen had quite a few sacks and also contained their rushing game to about 100 yards. Next week is a tough task with number 15 ranked USC coming into town. It's a tough task, but I think the Cougs are up for it. I'm Trevor Junt, reporting from GESA Field in Martin Stadium, Cable 8 on Orthodox Sports.